Hello! Well, fruits are nature's candy handed to us for us to enjoy. But when you're diabetic or pre-diabetic, it becomes a little bit difficult to negotiate this minefield of these sweet treats called fruits. So what fruits can you eat as a pre-diabetic or a diabetic? That's what's coming up shortly. You stay tuned. I'll see you in a couple of seconds.
Now for today's 2020 idea to better health, please welcome on stage Dr. Joe.
Welcome back. I'm Dr. Joe of the drjoe.com. Well, if this is your first time on this channel, can I extend a warm welcome to you. This is your home of 2020 ideas to better health. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe. And also please don't forget to click on the notification bell, because that is how you get notified of future videos that I make. So like I said in the intro, well, fruits are nature's candy handed to us for us to enjoy. But the problem is when you're diabetic or when you're pre-diabetic, it becomes difficult to know what fruits to actually eat. Well, don't worry, because in this video I have selected 11 fruits that are of low glycemic index, which means you can actually eat these fruits without having to worry too much about your blood sugar levels. So what fruits am I talking about? Well, here they are.
So yes, let's talk about low glycemic fruits that are suitable for diabetics and pre-diabetics. Why do we need to explore this? Well, it's because diabetics and pre-diabetics need to avoid blood sugar spikes, because blood sugar spikes are a recipe for diabetic complications. So in general, diabetics need to eat foods that won't raise their blood sugar levels, and that include fruits as well. But before we do that, let me just say a word or two about glycemic index. What is glycemic index? Well, glycemic index is a measure of how quickly a food will raise your blood sugar levels when that food is eaten alone. The key phrase there is eaten alone. When a food is eaten along with another food, then you really cannot be talking about glycemic index of that food. And there are three categories of glycemic index. You got a low, you got a moderate, and you also got a high. A food is considered to have low glycemic index if the index is 55 or below. If it is between 56 to 69, that food is considered of moderate glycemic index. When it is more than 70, the glycemic index of that food is considered high. Now, the first fruit that is suitable for diabetics and pre-diabetics is avocado. Avocados have a glycemic index of just 14. Avocados have very high fiber content. Avocados are a good source of monounsaturated fat. And avocados are a good source of vitamins E, K, and folic acid as well. The next fruit that is good for diabetics and pre-diabetics is raspberries. Raspberries have glycemic index of just 26. Raspberries are one berry with very high fiber content. Raspberries are a good source of magnesium and calcium as well. The next fruit that is good for diabetics and pre-diabetics is grapefruit. Grapefruits are of low calories. Grapefruits are a fantastic source of vitamin A. Grapefruits have very high potassium levels, which means they are also good for high blood pressure control. Grapefruits have been shown to improve insulin resistance as well as facilitate weight loss, according to this piece of research. In this piece of research, the group that actually had fresh grapefruit were found to have lost 1.6 kilograms of weight over 12 weeks. And there was also a significant reduction in the 2-hour post-glucose insulin level in the grapefruit group. And here's a tip for you. If you have half a fresh grapefruit before your meals, you will actually be facilitating weight loss as well for yourself. The next fruit that is good for diabetics and pre-diabetics is blackberries. Blackberries have a glycemic index of just 25. Blackberries are a low-calorie fruit, and blackberries are full of vitamins A and K. The next fruit that is suitable for diabetics and pre-diabetics is guava. Guavas have a glycemic index of 38. Guavas are a seedy fruit with a variable taste profile. They could be sweet, they could be tarty, and they could be sour as well. And guavas have actually been found by research to reduce blood sugar levels and also reduce LDL cholesterol as well as triglyceride levels. Here is a piece of research, and it was published in the Journal of Clinical and Diagnostic Research. And in that piece of research, the conclusion from the authors was that guava fruit without the peel is more effective in lowering blood sugar levels. And as a bonus, you reduce your total cholesterol levels, you reduce your triglycerides, and you also reduce your bad cholesterol levels. And an additional bonus is that you increase your good cholesterol levels, which is the HDL cholesterol. The next fruit that is suitable for diabetics and pre-diabetic patients is coconut. Coconuts have a glycemic index of 42. Coconuts are low in carbs. Coconuts are a fruit that just keep on giving. You can make coconut milk from coconut. You could make coconut cream from coconut, and you also could make coconut oil from the coconut fruit as well, which means coconuts are highly nutritious and they also can improve your heart health. The next fruit that is actually ideal for diabetics and pre-diabetics patients is lemons. Lemons have a glycemic index of just 20. Lemons are loaded with vitamin C. Lemons play a protective role in diabetes. Indeed, if you consume lemon with a high glycemic index food, you will reduce the overall glycemic index of that food. Why is that? It's because lemons actually slow the breakdown of starch to simple sugars. That is how lemons will reduce the overall glycemic index of that particular food. The next fruit that is suitable for diabetics and pre-diabetics is gooseberries. Gooseberries have a glycemic index of 25. They are low in calories and fat. Gooseberries also have high fiber content. They also have high antioxidant levels, which means they are good for our heart health. The next fruit that is suitable for diabetics and pre-diabetics is plums. Plums have a glycemic index of 24. Plums are high in magnesium, which means they can actually help in your stress management. Plums have high levels of beta-carotene, which is a precursor for vitamin A, which means plums are good for our immune system and our eye health. The next fruit that is good for diabetics and pre-diabetics is peaches. Peaches have a glycemic index of 28. They're a good source of potassium, manganese, and phosphorus. Peaches have high levels of vitamins A, C, and E. Peaches also have high soluble fiber content, which means they will help us control our cholesterol levels as well. The next fruit that is good for diabetics and pre-diabetics is cherries. Cherries have a glycemic index of 22. They're a good source of vitamin C. Cherries are rich in anthocyanins, which is an antioxidant, which means cherries are actually good for our heart health as well. Cherries have plenty of potassium and manganese. They're a nice source of fiber and folic acid. So overall, a very good fruit for diabetics and pre-diabetics.
So there you go. I'm sure you'll agree that was a great selection of fruits there for you. Now, as usual, if you enjoyed this video, if you got some value from it, please give it a thumbs up, like it, and also please do not forget to share this video with your friends, family, and colleagues. In particular, if you know any diabetic or pre-diabetic, please share this video with them. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe. If you got any questions, any comments, please leave them down below as usual. I think that's about it. Well, from my freezing part of my neck of the woods, this is Dr. Joe signing out.